So we're here day 6 at the boat in Duisburg. As you can see, we're not much further than we were yesterday or the day before on removing the antifouling and gel coat now. So we have so many blisters. We're gonna redo the whole thing, refair it, and then add a layer of epoxy. We have decided to go and rent us a gel plane. Gel plane is a planer that is made specifically for removing gel coat down to fiberglass. We're gonna go rent one of those. We're gonna go pick it up. Thankfully, there's one 45 minutes away, and see how much faster we are then.
Here we go.
Im Grunde genommen relativ einfach. Hier oben ist das ganze Zubehör und Zahnriemen etc. Ersatzteile. So wird er angesetzt. Hier oben ist ein bisschen markiert. Grün ist der Part, womit man hobelt.
Okay.
Rot ist der Part, der quasi auf dem davor liegenden Material liegt.
So just coming out of the from the Linden Company, we got the gel plane. He gave us a few instructions and a few good tips on how to repair osmosis. Just doing the steps. I mean, we saw some of it online, but just to hear it from an expert boat builder or from the company themselves is a great thing. So we're gonna head back to the boat, see if we can get some headway on removing the gel coat and start to dry out the boat. So Mahalo's bottom side is made up of 3 basic layers. On the very top we have the antifouling, which prevents all sorts of marine growth. Next we have the gel coat, which is a thick protective layer. And finally you have the fiberglass composite hull, made up of laminated layers of fiberglass, which provides Mahalo's entire structure. Once we're down to the fiberglass layers, we'll let the boat dry out for a few months before reapplying anything else. The new buildup would include additional fiberglass layers, followed by an epoxy barrier coat to keep the water out, and finally a new coat of antifouling. So now we've got almost everything ready to start with the gel plane. We just need to tape off the water line so we have a reference point, and then we'll start removing the layers. So we'll start at the back going forward. Using the gel plane is definitely not easy at first, so I spent most of that evening adjusting the cutting depth and getting a feel for the machine. Hey guys, day 7 working on the boat. I spent the night. This is only my second night on the boat. We are today going to try to get the majority of the gel coat peeling process done. On day 2, I was already much more comfortable with the gel plane, but pretty soon I was feeling the side effects of using this method. Holding a 15-pound machine over your head for hours is more than tiring. So Chris came up with a system that makes my life just that much easier. So he created this pulley system with just enough weight to hold this gel plane in place. That way I don't have to hold it up the whole time because it is pretty heavy after a while. Over time, the power switch really got to me too. Keeping the switch held with my thumb while pressing the gel plane onto the hull transferred all the vibrations into my thumb and wrist. I couldn't feel my fingertips for more than a week. This is how we clean up after sanding the boat. And that's the war mark of the sander. We are about halfway done with peeling the hull. Problem is that this tool is really hard on my thumb, so we're gonna add a little foam to the button and then we'll get the rest of this boat done. So stay tuned. Now on day 4 with the gel plane, I was on fire. I wanted this job done and over with, so I powered through the last third that day alone, trying to ignore my aching wrists and sore shoulders as much as I could. In the end, it took 4 days to peel the hull single-handedly without prior experience. Much faster and a smoother finish than sanding or scraping. The gel coat is no more. Oh, that feels good. My thumb doesn't feel good. My hands, my whole shoulders, but I feel damn good to have that done. So a few bits that Chris will have to clean up with the sander, but all right. Join us next week as we start to measure the hull moisture and find out exactly how wet our boat is. And hit that subscribe button to catch all our future videos.